Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's Mike. Happy Monday. Happy first day of the week, the month, the quarter. Um, today was a day. Here we are. It is a little bit after 3. I'm shooting the video because there's really nothing going on here. And today we pretty much gapped up huge and went sideways for about 15 minutes and then sold off. And we're just off the lows of the day here now, trading at 294.71. And you got pretty much a full-on reversal candle here today. And when you look at this and you zoom this out on a 5-minute chart, and we take a look at this here today, you can see that we haven't quite finished filling the gap from Friday. So to me, would make sense to finish filling that gap here and figure out what we want to do. Now, today people look at this and say, "Oh my God, they closed, they sold this off." Well, there was really wasn't selling. This was really just profit taking. There's a difference between selling and profit taking. When you have selling, you see hard flushes and moves. Profit taking is a steady grind down, and that's pretty much what we've done today. We've done this the last couple times. We put a new all-time high in, so this is not really a surprise. Fed day, new all-time high, off all day long. This day, new all-time high. The next day, sold off all day long, right? Here we are, another gap up, big all-time high, sold off all day long. So the question is where does this action go? Right now we'll see how we close. It's really about how we close now. We close on the lows, we probably get some follow through tomorrow. That said, it is a quiet week. We are officially in the summer season. This is a holiday week. Okay, we have one day tomorrow. We closed at 1 o'clock on Wednesday. The market's closed. They're closed on Thursday. And Friday, nobody's around except we have this little thing called non-farm payroll. So we'll be paying attention to that. That said, all the traders, the big guys, are already out in the Hamptons. So I try not to read too much into this action today. Okay, I try not to look too much at what's going on. Names like Facebook this morning, we talked about on the pre-market in the gap, see if it can hold. Did not. Gave you no reason to trade it long today, right? That first couple candles said no, no, no. There's no trade here today. Maybe now. Okay, back below where it hit. It needs to be above 194 to get back up and stay in that gap. Apple, we talked about fighting 200, gapped way above it today. Said this is not a place to be chasing. Apple showed some strength early. They bought the August 2nd 212.50 calls, likely catches earnings. That said, bleeding down here. Here's 200. Better spot to try it if we like it. Okay. Amazon, we talked about pre-market. This name has gone sideways. There's been a little flow into this thing all week. We've seen some weekly 2000s, some weekly 2035s. All day we've seen a little bit of flow in and out of this thing, yet nothing here that makes me just want to jump off and put money at risk. And that's what you have to do on days like today. When days like today happen, you have to ask yourself, how much do I want to put at risk? How do I really feel about the market here and what's going on and what should I be doing? And, for me, there wasn't a lot of risk worth taking today, right? We talked about that. Tesla, no delivery numbers, gapped up. Okay, waiting. We don't know where to get it. Gave a quick, pop. Now bleeding back down, almost back below the 50-day. Okay, so a lot of action like this here, a lot of stuff like that. What is noticeable is names like Netflix, which have gone sideways all day long, showing relative strength, even though not doing much. Baba did not sell off today. It's gone sideways, holding up okay. Same thing with JD, right? Still holding in okay. And the casinos, we talked about that just on the TV, TD Ameritrade holding in well here as well. Square, back above all the moving averages. Will it hold this time or not? So let's talk of where was to play today and what to do. So today, first of all, they hit run the Jan 19 calls early on the open. You can see that pop off of it. They hit it a second time. They hit it a third time, and it moved up. I traded this. I made 20 bucks off of it. Yeah, that'll pay the bills. But better than taking a black eye. And really, it just couldn't pop. It couldn't push through, and I decided just not to sit in that. And that's okay. So that was run. Twitter had nice flow all day long. How nice did Twitter have? It was nonstop. There was no huge, massive buys in Twitter, but you had nonstop buying today into the 712 3650 calls. Okay, lots of small sweeps, holding in well, right into resistance. Here's your 21 day, pushing against it all day. This will be on my radar tomorrow. Volume's not bad. So this is something you want to watch. I consistently called out all day today that this was some of the best flow. The other one that was very interesting today was Sony. Sony got flow on this move up, and they did a nice October bull risk reversal. They sold puts and they bought the October 55 calls with that money. Okay, something I would keep my eyes on here. These all look pretty good. What did I do today? I didn't do a lot today, guys. And, sometimes there's things to do. You want to be aggressive and sometimes you don't. And today, what I decided the best thing to do was not to be aggressive. And what I mean by that is on the open, pull it up for you. I sold my SPY calls. Okay. At $1.50. I didn't keep them all. I took some risk off on Friday morning, but I sold the rest of them at $1.50 from 78, so just about a double. I decided that I was done with GE. I've been sitting in this thing and it's not going anywhere. So I took, I had 1,000 shares, not a lot, made some money, got out. I decided that I don't like the banks, even though I know they're up here. And I sold calls against my Bank of America stock. So I have 1,000 shares. I sold the September 31 calls for 56 cents against it, even though we're going to earnings. I don't believe in earnings. And there was the run. And the run thing was really it. So really, other than selling my SPY calls, the run was the only real trade I made today. Everything else was kind of more just like housekeeping, bookkeeping type stuff. And we'll see where we go tomorrow. And here the market's bouncing here into the close. And this has been this market's MO. This market's MO right now is the first half hour, the last half hour, and in between it's just death, and death. Zoom today, interesting action today. Zoom got a downgrade at Goldman Sachs, one of the underwriters. Today was the first day it had a 50-day moving average. Bounced right off of it. Wow, look at that. That's just amazing to me, right? How that happens. Came right into it, held it, popped up. What was really interesting about Zoom today is, let's go to an intraday chart, is there was some buying in the July 90 calls. See if I can pull those up for you. Perfect. Okay. These right here, they're currently trading 270 by 285. So one of my subs did a nice job back in here, got into them somewhere at 255. Oh, in here, sorry. Yeah, here at $2.55. And that's up into the top of this candle. And you say, oh my God, they got killed. The options kept going up because the market maker's reducing the IV. They actually got out of them in here at $3.10. They made money on the IV spike that took place on this. Okay, where are they at now? Still elevated, still above where they bought them, even though the stock is below it, below where they bought. So there's some games going on in Zoom. We'll keep an eye on that one tomorrow. Outside of that, guys, not much going on beyond meat. Right now, you have July 5th, 144 puts being swept here. Overall, very messy day. We are in a low volume week. And, I have to tell you guys, the best thing you can do here is be patient or not. Market wants to bounce now. Of course it does. They don't really want to sell this market, guys. If they wanted to sell this market, we'd have seen volume. This was just profit taking, and now you see them come back up. So, we'll see where we go. We'll see if there's any nice bets into the close. I hope you guys all had a great day trading, and I'll be live with you guys going here in a minute or two. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day.